Deep below the ground, in the wreck of the Aurora, Sahasha was alone. Again. The lights were still on from the last visitors. That, in itself, was a welcome change from years in darkness. So he could stare at the walls and the floor and the ceiling, and think about the visitors. Whether they'd find Firkus, convince him to end Sahasho's obligation, or simply forget about him as the wizard had before them. He was probably lying to himself, putting any hope in those people. He'd probably always been alone, really, and all these conversations had simply been imagined. He was relatively sure the talking rat hadn't existed, but most of the others didn't seem like the sort of person he'd imagined, so it could go either way. It didn't matter, really. He'd found ways to occupy himself, ways that would last literally forever, he assumed, because they would have to, because he was trapped. Forever. There was a sound from the other room, something moving, voices, but he couldn't make them out. Sahasho crept towards the door to listen, perhaps to look, but whoever they are, if they were real, they were just out of his reach. Still, the invisible stalker was nothing if not patient. He had to be. There was another sound, a machine powering up, and then the voice of Firkus Shoud talking to him. A long-ago conversation, replayed again in the distance. Had they come back for more information? Perhaps they'd sent another group who could travel the plains. Sahasho's invisible face stretched into a smile. Maybe it was really happening. The voices were clearer now. 2 women from the sound of it. They were looking for someone. Probably not him, of course, but he could dream. This is Pot Against the Machine.
Pot Against the Machine.
Welcome back to Pot Against the Machine, the only actual play podcast with the thick and metamagic feet. I'm your host, and here's everybody.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
I was going to make a thickened metamagic feet tier joke, but now I'm just making a joke about making that joke, and it's... I'm going to leave the call.
Wait, you did a meta joke about meta magic?
Meta.
Meta.
Good night, everyone.
Friday
That's
night.
It. Oops, all bloops.
Let's see. Previously on the program, you explored the bedroom of one Firkus Shoud and found valuable tapestries depicting Caliphas in Ustalav. And behind one of those tapestries, there was a switch. You checked the switch for traps, decided it wasn't trapped, flicked it, and a shelf of spellbooks appeared out of the wall. But this also seemed to draw the ire of one Firkus J. Shoud, who appeared from a different tapestry and attacked the party. Things went a little bit better for Firkus this time, as Kira was having a hard time hitting with the chainsaw, and he was throwing some fog everywhere, which was blowing away, but it was still slowing down, doing some con damage here and there. Asher shot him a whole bunch of times with a little smitey too, and eventually he did run away after reducing Alwyn's con to, what, like 2?
No, it was still 13 minus 7. It was 8.
Oh,
8.
He was going to live forever.
Yeah. But no, it wasn't 8. It was 6. I can't do math.
Well, 6 isn't nothing. After he disappeared, the party stole his spellbooks and rifled through them, found an absurd pile of good stuff in there, and then they went and explored his bathroom, fixed a leak that he had very irresponsibly died with it still running, just warm water, just global warming issues and water waste and violating his homeowner's agreement, and it was just a whole big thing. They fixed that, and they stole his cologne, And then they popped open the door on the north side of this floor and found some sort of weird little study that was filled with suffocating spirits. The spirits proceeded to try to kill Alwyn, because things just like to kill Alwyn. And everybody ran out of the room and closed the door. And that's where we are now.
Are you all right?
It's very hard to breathe in that room, and I should have left when you all did.
Well, I'm glad you're okay. Now, the second most important thing is, what does the J stand for? Focus J shout. I need everybody to round table right now.
No, you heard that voice saying that too, then.
Yeah. At first I was thinking like Focus Jerkish shout. But then I saw the Bob Marley tapestry, and then I'm thinking it's Focus Jammin' shout. But I don't know. I'm interested in what you think.
I think it's Jehoshaphat.
Zach's dog's name.
The J is for Jalarian, the planet that we're all on.
Well, then nothing's covered by copyright if it's Joel Aaron.
That's right.
Solid. Busy? Any? Fair.
Any Jesses?
Jazz Fest.
Jazzaduke.
Oh no. He's going to pull off his spectral mask, and he's
He's got a saxophone.
It's saxophonist gargoyle.
There's so much research left to do.
Anyway, here's Baker Street.
So, I assume that whole room is just, well, I mean, choky, for lack of a better, right? That's what you were getting, was the chokes.
Yes, it's definitely much better now that I'm out of the room. At least I'm assuming it is. I did not check with Sam. Am I no longer staggered now that I'm out of here and away from the ghosts?
Right, the staggered was just for one round, and the ghost did not follow you out of the room. But, things happened pretty fast in there. What with the roiling spirits trying to suck the air out of your lungs and everything. But Alwyn, when he was over by that door on the smaller chamber with the window in the door, he did see that there was a desiccated humanoid body in there. Because that's how rooms in this place work.
Every room comes with its free desiccated human body.
Is it just like, do you just guess? Is it like the taxes and the IRS? Like, the haunt knows what it needs, but it won't tell us, and there's no roll we can make to get it? Can we pay a haunt specialist?
We would have to do something like that. Like, there are basically like Ouija boards you could get to very slowly communicate with a haunt, if it's willing to even communicate. And even then, it's not always the most useful answers.
That makes sense. That seems like some, like, occult, spell-oriented, very specific use case sort of thing. That's like chat with haunt.
Yeah, if we had a non-hostile haunt, it was just like, man, just give me my necklace and I could have peace. Well, that would be dope. But usually instead it's like, hey, I'm going to murder you because you came into my anger zone.
Now, can we roll knowledge other AP to know that there is an item you can buy that you can trap a haunt in, and where to find one?
You're just gonna pop on over to Lepidstadt, or wherever it is. And I'm afraid those are already gone because chronologically Iron Gods comes after that AP.
Bummer.
But they only ever made enough for the heroes of that.
Yeah, they used every single one on the planet in that AP. It's in the back matter of the book.
Yeah.
All right, so shall we check down these stairs?
I think it's time.
Yes,
All right.
as much as I would like to bring rest to those spirits that are tormented, we've already sort of accepted the fact that all these ghosts and haunts are unlikely to be quelled in this tower that we're hoping to just destroy this entire thing.
Yes. Well, Brixby leaves the whole party goodbye.
Brixby takes off into the darkness.
Oh, excellent noping.
He's out hunting for more spell books.
Yep.
He's got a
Never
taste now.
Okay, everybody make sure to move your tokens around on this staircase as much as possible so Sam
dare
can't move
you.
us.
Let me just see where these even go. Alright, well, you follow the stairs around, and you go down a floor. And then you follow the stairs around and go down another floor.
Oh, so this was on
And-
this is a well-made map.
You follow the stairs down another floor. And if you're keeping track at home, you're about on the second floor now. You follow them down another floor. And you think you're about at ground level now, and they keep going down.
I was
No.
right, it is a secret basement lab. We're gonna fight Cell.
Well, it's Joe.
Joe? Who's Joe?
It's how you pronounce go.
It's go, but
From the creator
soft
of
G.
the
Oh,
game.
no.
Millions of years
game with the
ago.
pebbles on the board.
It's like, oh man,
Oh,
Okay.
what is
leave Dr. Jorgensen out
Delaware
of this.
shaped?
Can you see anything?
Yeah.
I can see that I'm somehow second in line on the staircase, which is not how I would have gone down.
I only see 2 tokens, so I think you're probably stacked.
I see all 4.
No, it's
No.
a
No,
restaurant.
we're around a corner from you and Asher.
Ah! Oh,
It's
there
like a
it is.
horseshoe shape.
That's nice. That's nice.
He's
Alright, so
swarming
am I
there.
at some sort of door? Or
You're
is...
basically the way up. Now this,
Yeah, Brixby somehow made it to the back of the line.
yeah, you wound up in the back of the line just because that's how you were when I made the map, like a year ago. Now, these stairs went down past ground level an additional 120 feet, all the way down under the ground, and finally deposited you in a hallway, which the hallway heads off to the west, and then there's a door. Then you can also go north, where there's another door, and it wraps around as Kira has shown, and there's more doors. There's doors everywhere.
Before we go listening and exploring, does this look like, hey, we're in a naturally formed tunnel, a glaukite tunnel, or like a manufactured stone tunnel? Like, what are we looking at here? Talk to me about the masonry.
This looks like a manufactured stone tunnel sort of deal here.
So it still looks like stuff that Zoud made. We didn't, like, wander into another buried spaceship.
Right. This looks Zowdy.
No Thessalonian runes here. Cool.
So shall we check this door right here that's to the west, so we don't leave any behind us? Scooby Gang, activate.
Aid.
I finally aid. I mean, I aid for the first time because this is a new episode a week later.
Oof.
So that is a 36 with all of my friends.
It doesn't appear to be locked or trapped.
All right, let's crack this bad boy open. And Brixby just pops it open.
Popping it open reveals a small, sparsely decorated room containing a single wooden desk and a chair in the northeast corner. 2 doors provide exits to the room, the one you just opened and one on the opposite side.
Is there anything on this desk?
Let me see if there's anything on the desk. There There's nothing on top of the desk. There's a drawer.
Check. Well, I'm going to examine the drawer for traps. That is only a 22, though.
It doesn't seem to be trapped.
All right. There's a drawer. I'll pop it open.
There is a wand in the drawer, and there's also a journal.
Whoa.
Alwyn, would you like to...
Yeah, I can try to spellcraft this.
Well, he looks at that. Asher's just going to check to see if there's any, like, secret compartments. Does that drawer have a false bottom sort of thing? Had that hot 17.
Here, this is a 6 or a 9.
Nothing you can see.
I'm saying 9. Spellcraft, that is a 24 on the wand.
Let me look up. This is a wand of Windwall with 32 charges remaining.
Oh, so cool.
So he'll tell the party that. Fitting with the general theme of everything here, I think this is a Windwall wand.
Oh. Maybe that spell's gonna be the one that saves me.
It's a deliciously alliterative sentence to the Windwall wand.
Yeah.
I can... I mean, I also have an empty sleevey-doo.
Yeah, if you
I can
want
pop
that
this
one,
in
and I'll
mine
keep
if-
hanging on to the Gust one.
Provided that, again, this is just under the presumption that you two are much more... by you two, I mean Asher and Kira are significantly, generally better served smashing to pieces the things that Alwyn and I are too weak to touch.
Yeah, like that last combat was a great example. Like, there was very little I could do without getting within 46 points of damage touch attack range to that ghost. So me
I made him
standing in the
laugh.
back and spamming wands was a much better use of Alwyn than if somebody else had that wand and had to do that.
Yeah, Zach, I'm impressed that that perform comedy rank finally got useful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's because I'm gonna, I'm gonna call this book The Joking Tower when I'm done. Thank you.
Hey.
I'll be here all week. Tip your gear ghost.
This is gonna be a short ep, folks.
Also, thank you for reminding me the gear ghosts exist, and we've been here for a day already, so we got 2 days left till they start resetting all those traps.
Yeah, those Gear Josts are no joke.
No goke.
I need it.
So, yeah, you've got the journals, and you've got another door in front of you.
All right, I'm gonna Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Does the journal, like, have a name on the inside of it?
No, it looks like it's notes, not really I mean, it is pretty consistent with, like, the Furcus writing on the chalkboard and stuff. Appears to be Furcus's notes on something.
Does anybody else Scooby-Doo?
Oh, are we going to the other door? Yeah.
Waiting to see if we were going to read the notes first. I actually ate. That is a 16 for a 14.
8. Asher will close the journal and help look at the door.
I don't know why I keep rolling. I have a plus 13. So, yeah, go for it.
Alright, it doesn't appear to be trapped nor locked.
Alrighty. Open. Boop. Oh, no.
Popping
Don't
open,
like that.
See just a sliver of something in there.
Popping open the
Slide
door
on in.
reveals a vast chamber, the western half of which contains an immense magic circle etched into the stone floor, its curves and runes glowing softly with magical radiance. Standing in that circle is a human-shaped beast that has a horse's skull for a
that
head.
wasn't there before.
It stands on cracked hooves and bears the rotting wings of a carrion bird. And it's looking right at you.
Oh no, I know what this is.
I think so too.
Let me just pop this up for the folks at home.
Yeah, I know what that is.
It's a
I
beautiful
know
friend.
exactly what he is.
It's a beautiful friend of darling
It's.
wonderment that
I
you
don't
love.
remember his name, but I remember the horrible things he can do.
I mean, it's from Metroid.
Yeah, if it's the thing I remember correctly, it starts with Slater.
I think
Maybe
it
I'm
does.
wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so I've noticed that you haven't asked us to roll for initiative. Is it possible then that because it's not taking any action, we would have time to roll a spellcraft on the arcane-looking situation it's standing in?
Well, you do seem to have a moment as the eyeless sockets of this 14-foot tall, rotting, horrible thingy stares at you.
Not going to speak Celestial, does he? He looks like he might speak Celestial.
I mean, I have tongues. Like, I'd have to use a pretty important arcane bond slot to use it, though. Unfortunately.
Oh wait, I have Infernal.
Oh, I don't think that's what they speak. But yeah, so I roll a 26 spellcraft.
It looks like you're looking at effectively like a permanent magic circle against evil, kind of focused inward. So it's kind of like a effectively a planar binding thing on summoned creatures where they're stuck in that as long as the circle is unbroken.
By and by.
Would a 25 planes tell us anything about Mr. Outsiders in there? Horsey boy or pony boy?
A 25 planes just barely clears the DC for knowing that you're looking at a leucodemon, or a leucodaemon, which is, of course, a deacon of the Horsemen of Pestilence. Leucodaemons serve their lord in Abaddon, as well as across the plains, by spreading plagues and pandemics. Leucodemons stand upwards of 14 feet tall, but weigh under 200 pounds. The skulls that serve as their heads can be replaced with the skull of any creature, but these creatures choose horse skulls to show their loyalty to the horsemen. The creature's true head is merely a blistered knob between its shoulders.
Oh, that's
Ew.
lovely.
It's not just into the Mary Lewid thing or whatever that they do.
I just saw
horse
that.
skull.
Yeah.
It probably would be a hit in Wales around Christmas or New Year's.
Is there anything else in this room? Or is it just like an empty old room and then a circle with a leucodaemon at the end?
It appears to just be a leucodemon in a circle.
Perhaps we just close the door.
Yup.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Gonna do it anyway.
I can help you.
Yeah.
I can get
Nope.
you riches beyond your wildest dreams.
Bye.
You're screwing up big time.
It's alright.
Yep.
It's-
We've already closed the door and hung a "Don't Dead Demon Inside" thing on it.
That's messed up. I'm gonna kill you. Alright, you've closed the door. You've left the daemon locked in the daemon chamber. Matt Damon.
You are now entering the Matt Damon chamber. Well,
Oh, so it's in there
all right.
dancing for dollars.
How do you like them apples?
All right, the northernmost door, perhaps, gang. We'll keep our See if we can find another bound outsider.
Now, this is what, the third one? Yeah, this is the
Been a
third
lot.
one.
Asher aids.
Because there
I mean-
was the dude that he left in the basement of that other place. There was the birds,
Sahasha.
and now there's this guy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he has planar binding lesser in his book.
Yeah.
That is one of the
I
terrible
aid.
things you can do.
No, you were saying like see what other bound outsider, and I'm thinking actually, these really all might be rooms of bound outsiders. That's why it's 120 feet under his tower and not on floor 6.
Yeah. And why you can only get to it from a secret door on his bedroom with no lock on it or no knob on it.
I don't know. Look positively. This room could be filled with fun smoke.
It could be. Could be the funnest smoke of all.
The friends we made along the
All
way.
right.
Friendship.
So, yes.
What's your Scooby
So-
total?
Scooby total is a lot. Scooby total is 39.
It appears to be not trapped nor locked.
Open. Cadabra.
All right. Opening it reveals a 10-foot wide hallway with another door at the end of it. Now there's some noise in this room, like there's something beyond that is making noise, like a kind of constant drone.
This looks
Nice.
like it
Strike
has an
number 2.
airlock situation. Is it airlocky or is it just...
It doesn't appear to be an airlock like the other ones. I think it's just sort of a similar thing without being official airlock
Window?
time.
So does that mean the doors?
Sorry.
Yeah. No,
Uh,
great minds.
No window.
I really liked that feature, and more dungeons should have the look inside before you go in feature.
The drone. Does it sound mechanical or alive? Is there enough of a drone that we could listen to and roll on before we open the door of death?
Yeah, is it very like Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon? That one's just for Jerome.
Oh, yeah, no. If we're going to fight the Lord of the Woods, we're not doing that. Or no, God of the Lost, that's what it's called. Ugh.
Very cool.
Yeah. They made a pop-up book of that. Fun fact.
Oh, no.
Including both the wasp form and the bear form of the God of the Lost.
So does it sound more like on the bear to wasp spectrum? What is the sound?
It's more like a wasp than a bear, but more mechanical sounding than that sort of thing.
When we fought the swarm of drones at the other building where Shikaksho was, did that make a noise? Did that thing buzz or
Nanite
no?
swarm sitch.
Yeah.
I don't
Does
think so.
Okay. So I have no
Does
idea
a
what this is then.
33 knowledge engineering help a through the door sound based recall knowledge?
It sounds to Asher like it's some sort of like a big motor, but like not running very fast, if that makes sense. Like just like a constantly running, like low power motor.
Huh. Difficult to say through the door, but it sounds like a motor that's running, perhaps not at full strength. Perhaps it's not a creature beyond. It could be an apparatus. Maybe the big power reset yes button for this whole facility.
I'm down to take a look. I feel hale and
I could
healthy.
also boof in, and then if it's dangerous, just boof right back out.
All of those pipes did seem to be going down, so it could be something that controls everything in this building, like you said.
It's been a very long time since I've earned a sky medal. I hope I'm right.
Then boofs away right after saying that out loud in the meta.
Well, we've already established that we can hear the narrator, because we know he has middle name is Jay. I don't like that we can't see where Asher's going or what he sees.
Right now, he hasn't left. He's in that little 10-foot airlock-adjacent space. And if nobody
Oh, yeah, I can see the bottom of his
says,
toe.
hey, man, this is a terrible idea. You'll get yourself killed. Asher will, with a revolver drawn in each hand, just boof 10 feet to his north.
All right. Boofing 10 feet to his north. I'm going to need an acrobatics check as Asher immediately begins to fall.
That is a 28.
Alright, so the first d6 is non-lethal. Asher falls 20 feet, and 5 non-lethal, 6 lethal damage. As you fall, finding yourself on the ground in... Well, let me just describe the room to you, and everyone else pretend not to hear this. An iron balcony hugs the wall on the south side of this cavernous chamber, the floor of which is 20 feet below the balcony itself. The east end of the chamber is mounted with a massive circular fan, while the west end is emblazoned with a spiraling pattern of runes. The fan turns slowly, whooshing gently, as air flows through it and creates a mild draft throughout the room. Several stout cords connect the fan to a panel affixed to the east end of the balcony. Also, sharing this room with Asher are 3 creatures with dull red eyes, grasping claws, and leathery wings that give them a demonic aspect to their otherwise smoky forms. And they move to attack immediately. So, we're going to need to roll for initiative.
Yeah, sounds good. Ho, ho, ho. I don't know if you can beat my total of a 9. It's been fun, gang. Mistakes were made.
Rip.
Boof upwards
That
100
was
feet.
tempting.
Just... Except we're 120
Yeah,
feet underground.
That was why I didn't do that.
Alright, so what did Asher get on
Oh,
initiative?
baby, it's a total of a 9.
Alright, that's not
No.
super great. Let me just roll a couple quick initiatives for these little beasties. I totally just didn't turn again. So... And we will get everybody else's initiatives too, because why not, you know? Oh, got a little bit lucky with these initiatives. What did Brixby get?
Not knowing why he's ready. It's a 16 for a 24.
And how about Kira?
It's a total of 10.
And Alwyn?
Halloween, clearly not knowing why we're ready, rolled a nat 1 for a 7.
Nice. Well, I'm going to sort these descending. And if you're all right with it, I think we can skip Brixby's turn because he doesn't know anything's going on, and move right to the first of these beasties.
Did it just quadruple in
I don't know if
size?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it turns out when I made the map, I made them the wrong size. So you got
Sus.
that going for
Hands
you.
off the chess piece. They're medium.
So, the red thing, which I'll pop it up, you know. just to show everybody what Asher's looking at. Little friendly do there. On the smoke theme.
What?
Alright, well, what's gonna happen? What is going on here? The first of these thingies is going to take a swift action to somehow become less physical looking. Like it's more smoke and less body. And then it's gonna fly right on into Asher's square. Asher's gonna need to make a fortitude save.
Looking at 28.
Alright, Asher manages not to breathe in any of this creature, so that's the good news. And that creature's done. Now, which one is this? Number blue is gonna float on down and come around Asher. And it's gonna just try to bite you real quick. Just a little bite. 28 to hit with the
Yeah. I'm gonna guess this creature has dark vision. That's cool.
It does.
Really reached for straws here. With the light situation in this room, this glowing red eyes allow it to see in the dark.
Only 4 damage from the bite.
Always a good sign.
And now it's Kira's turn. And you don't know anything's wrong.
Yeah. Kira whistles a song and says, I wonder where Asher is.
Oh man, Asher, it's your turn. You're prone. You have a smoke monster around you, and another smoke monster just bit you.
Yeah. I would say it's not ideal, if I could just be honest. Asher is going to stand up, which will provoke from both of these smoke monsters.
Alright, we're going to do bite. Number 1 is a
just
29.
barely.
That's 7 damage.
Okay.
And bite number 2 is a 23.
No, it hits.
Is that going to miss? Oh,
No.
I thought you were serious. That's 8 damage.
Oh! Asher makes audible, maybe exaggerated noises of pain to gain the attention of his comrades. But now he is standing, and he is, you said the drop was 20 feet? Alright,
It was indeed.
that's no big deal. Asher is going to spend a swift action to get a little quick. He's going to daring vault so he could leap, perhaps double jump if necessary, up this wall to get back to the door level. Oh yeah. The DC's only 20, and well, the DC doesn't even matter. I'm like at 36 acrobatics. I say that doesn't matter. It totally matters. But I had enough to get more than halfway up the wall, and we'll jump again. The exact same number. Yep, so to get 10 feet up the wall. It's been a long time. I'm sure the listeners really care. It's so DC 20 for 5 feet vertical. It's not a gimme. Every additional foot is plus 4. So to get up 10 feet is a lot. It's like a DC 40 to get to do a vertical jump of that height. Asher had a 32 before his bonus, Plus 4 for each position. Yeah, so that became exactly 40. So you get a plus 4 for every 10 feet above 30 feet your move speed is. So so that was 10 feet the first jump, 10 feet the second jump. Asher just barely clears his way back up top. It was really good radio.
Alright, and he's hanging onto the balcony.
So I think I finally figured out Asher's heritage. And you got a really, really, really early copy of that new AP that's coming out, and you're clearly like an uplifted gazelle or something.
It's actually uplifted mountain goat.
Not ibex. Yes. Yeah. No, uplifted mountain goat.
All right. Well, I believe that'll bring us to Alwyn. There's definitely been some sound coming from Ashertown.
Yeah, I feel like because he said he was going to pop back, like, I'm assuming you explained to everybody what you were doing, right? You were going to boop in, boop back out. It's been a full 6 seconds. You haven't come out. We hear a noise. So Alwyn is going to say, I think he may be in trouble in there, and will move around Brixby and attempt to open the
door.
door.
It's not locked. Luckily, it's not trapped either. Crack it.
Yeah, I thought of that right as I said it, and I'm like, oh man, I hope this isn't...
Pop and open the door. You see 3 horrible smoke monsters.
Yeah. And that was 2 moves, one to get in front of Brixby and one to open the door, so I cannot do anything to them this turn. So that will be my entire turn.
Alright, which will take us to smoke monster number 3. It is going to 5-foot float, and then it's gonna thingy-ma-dingy. It's gonna full attack Asher. So,
Thingy-ma-dingy.
Thingy-ma-dingy. You ready for the thingy-ma-dingy? Alright, first one is a 30.
Yes, we've established.
That is 6 damage. Here comes the claw. That
hits.
is only a 21. That's a nice 5. Claw number 2 is only an 18.
If I am hanging on the edge, then I would be denied my dex bonus. And that would then allow that 18 to hit.
Nice. So that is
You get a
7
rend
more
for
damage.
96.
No rend, but a wing. Wing attack, 23 to hit. 4 more damage. And just 1 more wing.
Yeah.
24 to hit. 3 more damage. Yeah, it gets a lot of attacks in its little smoky town. Brixby is up.
Alright, Brixby's gonna 5-foot step into sharing a square with Alwyn. Can I see anything? They're all down, right? Or are they up now? Harrying Asher hanging.
The green one is definitely high enough that you can see it. The other ones maybe are low enough that you can only really see the sort of bits of smoke and wing. And Asher looking rather distressed and somewhat cut up, probably.
Alright. Do you think the green one is aware of us?
It might not be. It's a little bit occupied right now.
I just wanted to figure out if it would be flat-footed, say, versus an attack, because it is not aware of it. We entered the battlefield, but I don't know how loud we were.
I would say probably, since the only thing that's happened is the door was opened. So.
Alrighty, then I am going to scorch some rays. Actually, no, I'm going to roll a knowledge first. I'm rolling a knowledge. What sort of knowledge would I be rolling?
That'd be planes.
Not my best, but it's still okay. That is a dirty 20, though.
Dirty 20 is enough to let you know that this is a Belker. Belkers are hateful elemental air creatures resembling fiends made of smoke. They are xenophobic in the extreme. They see most non-elemental creatures as threats, and stalk and kill any such intruders in their territory. Among their elemental kin, they especially hate Jin and Jan. They tolerate air methods, dust methods, steam methods, air elementals, and fire elementals, but given the choice, prefer only the company of their own kind. With a 20, though, you don't actually get a question.
Oh, shoot. I'm going to take a risk, I guess. I am going to... What is it required to cast this spell? It's a void domain spell. But unsure that... Well, I have the drop. You said I have the drop. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna still stay with Plan Scorchy Ray, and maybe I'll regret it. So we'll see. Scorchy Ray number 1. Do I need to roll spell resistance at all now that I've committed to the spell?
No spell resistance.
All right, Scorching Ray 1. That is I guess a 14 during versus touch because they're in melee, because they're engaging with Asher.
14 versus touch hits exactly.
Alrighty, and then my second one. That's a natural 1, so that one's gonna fly, apparently. So, oh no,
gets Asher right between the eyes.
All right, and that's 10 fire and 15 sneak.
All right, that was on green.
Yes.
Doesn't like that. Doesn't like that at all. I just did some bad math, but I fixed it.
Yeah, I was considering incapacitating them with a different spell, but can't give up that sweet sneak. So that's the end of my spell, or end of my turn. That is that's the end of that's it for Brick's spell.
All right. Well, red is the smoky one, the one that went sort of all weird, and it's gonna float its way up, and still go after Asher because he's the closest one. But now it's high enough that you all can see that this one's less substantial than the others. I will need another Fortitude save from Asher.
It's a natural 1.
Ooh, Asher, you have breathed in part of the Belker. Now this smoke that is in your lungs, once it's in there, it solidifies into a claw. And the claw is clawing your lungs from the inside. So,
and I'm gonna guess that the filter mask doesn't help. I mean, we've been wearing them the whole time since we came back in. That's why we asked earlier if,
that's true.
Like, cloud kill would be prevented by it. And
Yeah, and
no.
we've said we turn them on every morning. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, with the filter mask on, I don't think you breathe.
I didn't
this
know
thing
because it
in.
was. It's an
Does it
airborne.
get filtered
It's only
and
against
die?
poison, so I don't know. Does it prevent you from breathing in smoke?
Well, it says creatures. Well, it says creatures that do not need to breathe are immune to this attack. The filter mask. Go to the text of the filter mask.
Has ionized filters and scrubbers. Immune to inhaled toxins or disease.
Are completely
doesn't
immune to
say anything
inhaled
about,
toxins and diseases.
If it's a non-poison or disease outsider smoke creature.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like if it's enough of a thing to stop all diseases, including some Pathfinder diseases or viruses, which that's got to be way smaller.
Yeah, I think it filters out the smoke. So,
Wherever this guy is.
Asher does not have a belker in his lungs.
I mean, you
It's
said it
very
wasn't
sad.
fully corporeal, so I wasn't sure if
Well-
that would allow it to pass through the mask. And I'm just curious. If it helps, then awesome. I'm not trying to like let Asher die. It's just, I wanted to just figure out how it was typed, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's I think, treated as like gaseous form. So it is, yeah, I don't think it gets through the filter. I think the filter saves you.
Whew.
And then you hear some banging. Just a little bit of banging. And then it's Kira's turn.
Cool. Okay, still can't see inside this room, so hope that's not to blame me, but I'm going to move up past all my friends. And then let's go one square over just so that people can also get there. So I'm just south of Red, and I'm going to attempt to chainsaw it. Oh, also we're going to move at the old move and rage. Oh, finally. That's a 35 to hit. Does that do anything?
35 will indeed hit the Belker.
Great. Oh, that's a 1 and a 6 and a 5. So theoretically 31 points of damage, but that seems unlikely because it's just a regular chainsaw and that's just a regular smoke monster.
Yeah, that doesn't all go through, but it does do a good chunk.
That's me.
Alright. Asher, you've got a lot of smoke around you, but you
That's-
don't have any inside you. And that's good
Yay.
for your health.
Yeah, Asher was planning on just climbing back up and boofing on out, but now his friendos are all here to save the day. So I guess he'll seeing as he is taking a lot of damage, he's gonna decide against just firing 3 shots and provoking from 2 things from melee whilst hanging off the wall, as cinematic as it would be. He will instead pull himself up, which, since it's not a 5-foot step, I guess is still moving out of a threatened area, so maybe I should have just shot the darn things.
We're gonna get a little
Yep,
bitey
chomped.
do, 24 to chomp.
Oof.
7 damage. Another bitey do,
Yep.
20 to hit.
Oh, yum.
That's 8 damage.
Asher would love to...
And one last
What? No.
bitey do. They're all on top
Uh-uh.
of you. No?
No, I mean, sure, I just don't like it.
It floated up to you. No, I guess actually, because they got 10 feet reach and they were down on the ground. Yeah, but it's only 18 on the last one.
That would... so if I'm getting my rules right, I started denied my dex bone when I provoked, so that would hit.
And that's 5 damage on the last one.
Okay. I've been healthier, if I'm being honest. But seeing as though he's eaten all those AOOs, and Red's been messed up a bit, might as well take a shot. So he'll draw. He'll have. Well, I couldn't have conceivably climbed with a gun in each hand, so I would have had to have dropped 1, which stinks. So he will shoot with the mundane rounds revolver at Red, a single deadly aim shot. Would have loved to crit it, but it's still a lot. It's a dirty 30 against touch.
That'll definitely hit. What gun did you say you were using?
Canonically, I had a revolver, so it's only a masterwork. Do I even need to roll damage, or will the bullet just zing right on through?
You still have to roll damage.
Okay. That is 14.
Alright, a little bit of that goes through.
Sweet. And then haven't swifted yet this turn, so he will lay on hands himself.
Probably a good decision.
Juicy 10 on the 2d6. Which almost doubled his health.
Oh my god.
That's the end of his turn.
Alright, Alwyn.
Okay, so I have two things I can do. I can either maybe make life more complicated for those things, or I can heal Asher if he needs it. How's Asher looking?
He is looking like he was barely in the double digits before his lay on hands. So I would say he looks in awful shape, but you do you, man.
Yeah, I think Alwyn still is kind of in the back, can't quite see these things too much, but he can see the bloody and beaten Asher standing literally directly in front of him that he doesn't even have to move to heal. So he is going to cast Cure Serious. Grab my D8s. That off my sheet. Second one of those for the dead. 7, 4, and 4. Not the best things. That's 15 plus 6. That is another 21 points of healing. So it's better than
That's
nothing.
fantastic. Thank you.
And is it worth it? I mean, we got a lot of stuff on. Do we want to try for another?
We didn't get
roll on
anything.
them, or do
on
we
them.
think we have what we can have?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
No, we
I
just
thought
know
we
that
knew-
they're
oh.
called Belkers.
we just know they're what? Oh, we
And
only
that
got
they're
their name.
mean.
Okay. For some reason, I thought we had stuff. And that was
Planes.
What was the roll for them? Were planes? Okay, that's right. Everything down here is planes. That is 17 die. My planes is an 8. That is a 25.
That is enough to get a question.
Ooh, one question. What do we want? You think
Worst
defenses,
save?
maybe?
I don't know.
They seem like they had weird... Seem like they got weird stuff. We've seen their abilities. We know they can suck into you and do horrible things. Special defenses. Anything weird?
As far as special defenses go, they have DR, and when they are in that weird semi-physical form, they have some better DR because they're effectively in gaseous form.
And knowing what the DR is would be its
Yeah.
own separate question, right? Yeah. Ugh.
But when they're gaseous, they get the sort of immunity to poison, sneak attack, critical hits that comes with being a gas.
Okay, so he will call out these, not Welkers, Belkers. These Belkers have something that reduces their damage, though I don't know what, and it gets stronger when they're in that weird wind form. And heals Asher, and that is his
That'll
turn.
take us to Green. Green's been shot, so it doesn't really like Asher. I think it's gonna sort of, since Blue never came up, it's gonna just kind of fly over and be sort of above Blue. And it's gonna try to bite Asher. You know, he's the first one that got in their face. That is a 27 to hit.
Yep.
5 damage. And Brixby.
Brixby's gonna cast the spell he was thinking about last turn, the Void School spell. Little flash powder between his fingers, and I need a will save, which might be a very stupid idea against the red one.
Red will save. 21.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that succeeds.
Alright, rolled very well on that one. Nothing
Yeah, wow.
happened?
Nothing. But yeah, it's a save or suck roll.
Alright, well, Red is mad at you, but I think Red is going to take a swift action to shift back into physical form, and it's going to float up just a little bit higher, and it's going to go for that full attack on Kira.
No way. Give me
That
bodyguard.
that is 20 to hit with the first bite.
Hang on, let me scroll back. Pretty sure that's fine. Yeah, you're good.
98 on the blur.
Great.
8 damage. Claw is 28 to hit. And 23 on the blur, very close. 8 damage. Nice rolls on the damage. 20 on claw number 2. 51 on the blur. 7 damage. Wing number 1 is only a 17.
So actually no, while raging, that'll do it.
Alright, well, 61 on the blur. 6 damage. And the final wing is only a 13. I don't think that one will hit.
That will not hit.
Alright. After that creature's turn ends, there is a big bang, bigger than previous bangs, and some noise, definitely, in the hallway. And then Kira's up.
Kira's curious about the hallway sounds, but, Red is still right here in front of her, and she knows that some hitting will work, so, let's go for a full attack. Mentioned she was raging on her way into the hallway, so that's all good. Just got the haste. Roll. 1, 2, it's 28 on the first hit.
That will hit.
That's a 28 damage.
Alright, not all of that goes through, but it still looks like it is very, very hurt.
Minus power attack. That's a 31.
That'll hit.
Is that a crit threat? Or is it only 19 on the chainsaw?
Oh, no, that is. It is. That's a
That's
good
a
point. Yeah,
critical
18
threat.
on the die, so great. 1d20 plus. Nope, that's a 7. So that non-crit.
No, that's a 24 total on the confirm, or no, it's less.
It's a 24-ish, and we'll say between a 24 and a 21.
Well, either of those will confirm the crit.
Cool. Roll 6 D6. I'm typing it correctly because I'm on a different computer.
60, 60, 66.
No. All good. 19 times 2, 20, 36? No, 38. So many not ones tonight. That's 56 points of chainsaw damage.
Red fizzles away into inert smoke and claws and eyes and flops down to the ground.
Well, I can't see what color that middle one is, but I don't think I can reach it anyway.
Well, that middle one is green, but yeah, can't get there.
Alright, that's my turn.
Alright, Asher, you're safe. You've been healed. You're totally fine. Nothing will ever go wrong again.
Yeah. Hearing banging, I'm expecting the wall between rooms to get broken down and having to throw grenades at it for some reason. But in any case, Asher is going to rapid shot, deadly aim, full attack on green, which will provoke on the first shot. Unless he's got combat reflexes, it could be broken on all of them.
might just. First one is a 23.
Yeah. Oh, you said they have 10-foot reach. I might be looking from both.
Yeah, so that's 6 damage on the first one.
Rude.
The second one is only a 20 to hit.
That hits exactly.
Nice. That's 6 damage.
Neat. Alright, I'm gonna shoot green a lot. Good chess. I rolled a 2, a 2, and a 3 on 3d20s. Caldera is displeased.
Well,
I mean...
it's not your night because they do have combat reflexes.
Oh.
So why don't you give me the damage on the first one first?
Well, does an 11 even hit touch?
11 does not hit touch.
Then all 3 of them missed, which is the best part.
Oh, that's really bad.
Yeah, it is.
So, attack number 2, because we already resolved the ones for the first attack. For the second attack, it is a 22 to hit for 8 damage, and a 26 to hit for 4 damage.
Okay.
And then for the third set of attacks, a 20 to hit
Yep.
for 6 damage,
Okay.
and a 39 to hit
Nope.
for 7 damage.
Oh, okay.
No big deal.
What's up?
No big deal.
Disagree, but Asher is going to spend a swift action to lay on hands himself again.
I can't
You
imagine
just
why.
saw him within an inch of unconsciousness, as in, oh yeah, 1 HP.
Oh my goodness.
Brutes Mick Goots.
But I got another 10 on 2d6, so those lay on hands. I mean, that just multiplied my health by 11. Fine.
All right. So it's Alwyn's turn. You just watched Asher have a bad time.
Hopefully we don't need too many more delay poison communals this day, because I'm casting Cure Serious on Asher again.
Thank you.
Ooh, that is a really crappy roll. I got a 7 on the same die I got a 7 on last time, but the other 2 are a 1 and a 2. So not great. So that is only 16 points
more
of
than
healing.
double.
Off of 3d8 plus 6 somehow.
I'm gonna live forever.
Certain.
And you know what? These things are alive. Would I have known from that roll I got what language these speak, if any?
Well, you didn't ask that, but I mean, they are air elemental things, so Orin is a pretty safe bet.
Oh, so it'd probably be whatchamacallit. Yeah, Orin. Yeah. Dang, I don't have that one. I was going to say, I technically still have a swift action. I said I keep forgetting about that swift action demoralize. But no, that'll be his turn.
All right. Well, Asher, I can't really justify Green not just full attacking you.
I mean, I'm shooting
Right.
it 3 times, so it
Yeah.
seems reasonable.
Green doesn't like you, as green things historically really just don't like Asher.
That's fair. If Asher had known there was a green creature in this room, he would never have moved.
Nat 1 on the bite. Things are turning your way. Nat 1 on claw number 1. 23 on claw number 2
Hit.
for 7 damage.
All right.
Nat 1 on wing number 1.
Wow.
That's
don't,
absurd.
Don't go easy on me. Just grip you in the face.
23 on wing number 2.
All right.
4 more damage. You got off easy.
Yeah.
Very easy comparatively. Brixby.
Alright, Brixby can't really see the enemy. So Brixby's gonna... Can I 5-foot step into Kira's square?
I don't see why not.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna 5-foot step into Kira's square to the northwest so I can see both of these Spelk daddies. And what do I have for incapacity? I need to stop them from attacking. Alright, I'm gonna try another. This time it's Micah. I'm gonna grind a little Micah. And I need will saves from both of them.
Not the most willful.
Oh, thank goodness.
We've got a 4 from green and a 10 from blue.
They're both blind.
I have bad will saves.
And that's Brivy's turn. Oh, what is that on the initiative tracker?
Alright, well, after Brixby's turn, it seems like as a head pokes on in, squeezes its way through the doorway behind Alwyn. It kind of seems like somebody broke that magic circle.
He can't fit in there. He's 10 feet.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, Sue.
He takes up a 10-foot square. He can't fit in
Squeezing.
there.
This creature is squeezing its head through the doorway and staring at Alwyn with its empty eye sockets and its horrible horsey grin as it says, "I told you I would kill you." And then it's gonna bite Alwyn. That is a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Only 9 damage. No big whoop.
Horrible.
And now it's Kira's turn. Something just happened.
Well, for now... Oh, hang on. Kira can really... I guess no, I can see that thing from where I'm standing. But Kira is an Asher loyalist, so is going to move just in front. Sorry. And slide on over. Back to green and blue. As soon as I find the right thing to click. There we go. Can I stand in the last square of that balcony, or is that thing on the ground in the way?
Yeah, you can. You're just sharing the square with some kind of control panel.
Great. I'm going to share the square with the control panel and try and hit green.
Green is easier to hit now on account of it can't see you.
I can't remember. Do you have cleave?
I do have cleave. Oh, I have cleave! Ah. I wish I had
I
the
don't think you can reach
text.
blue, though, can you? There's a whole square there.
See, I thought Kira could hit this edge of their square, right? That they would technically take up.
Like, yeah, this one.
Oh,
right here.
yeah, because it's a large creature. Yeah.
You made them big. You were like, these are medium-sized, but I hate Jeff, so I'm going to make these large-sized creatures. I heard you say
true.
it.
I did say that. I said that out loud. And in my heart.
And I just appreciated your honesty.
So that's a 35 total.
Yeah, that'll make contact.
Great.
with
So
the
let me
blind elemental.
do the regular thing, and then I need to look up the instructions of cleave because I've never used it before. 29-ish, I guess, depending on how much of that goes through on green, and then on blue, rapidly. P, F, cleave.
If you hit deal damage normally, make additional attack using your full BAB against a foe that is adjacent to the first, also within reach. You take a -2 penalty to your AC until the start of the next turn, sort of
Power
like
attack.
with, what you call it,
Charging.
charging.
Great. Okay. Full BAB attack. So that's going to be the same as my... No, second, because it's not power attack this time.
No, your first one. It's your full...
Full BAB,
Or is it the full
but not
BAB
power
of that
attack. Yeah.
attack?
So -6.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot you had power attack.
20 plus 13. It's rolling. It's rolling. I don't know why my internet has decided to slow up here. 30. Blue.
That will also hit blue.
Great. 4, 3, 8.
You could just press
6.
the up arrow, and you could cycle through your previously entered rolls if it's easier.
That is excellent to know. Thank you. That's another 29.
Alright. Once again, not all of that goes through, but it's still a pretty good chunk.
And I move this turn, so that's it. Here does some impressive things that you haven't seen yet, and that's as much description as I can give in a moment.
Woo!
And, Asher,
It is.
you had a bad round.
Yeah, last round wasn't great, but these fools are blind. I'm presuming then that they won't get an AOO, but that'll be really funny if they do. Let's find out and do a deadly aim rapid shot. We'll start with green, and if it goes down, I'll pivot to blue.
And they have blind fight. No, I'm kidding.
That would be awesome. The lowest one might miss. Might not miss because they're blind. Probably will. Never mind. It's a single-digit number, so I'll ignore that.
There is a single-digit number that will hit a
Okay.
blind Belker.
Is it if it's
With
9,
touch.
then I got him.
That's the one. That is the one single-digit number.
Then yeah, that went much better from 3 misses to 3 hits. So 11 damage off the first one. 11
Okay.
damage.
Not all of it goes through, as usual.
11 on the second one.
Same deal.
And 11 on the third one. 5.
And
Really hope that DR is in DR10.
it's not DR10. This thing is still up, but just
Okay,
like
good.
the bareliest up. It's like Asher a
Heyo.
couple rounds ago, kind of still up.
All right.
Sadly, it can't lay on hands. All it
That's
has is
fair.
smoke.
End of turn.
All right, Alwyn, you're up. You have a friend who appeared quite suddenly.
Okay. I'm assuming the fact that there is a horse head an inch away from me means I have to roll to cast defensively for what I'm about to do here, so I will do that. I got a plus 13, I have to beat a 21. That is a 16 on the die, so I get the cast defensively. I need a will save from the horse, because I know what works great on demons.
Or like actually have a demon.
Oh, Damons.
Yeah. I'm sure that extra A is going to help him.
Only a 16 on the will save.
Well, you had to beat a 20, so he is now stuck in his own personal mind maze.
Love that.
Oh no!
Oh, fantastic.
You put him into this fight. You chose
I
to
didn't
do.
choose it. The book.
Then Alwyn is now going to move the... not the entire complement of movement, but he is going to move 20 feet to get into the horrible smoke monster room, but still with 5 feet open space so that if anybody else wants to back up, they can. And as he does, he says, "The horse thing is here. We might have to deal with that at some point."
I think that provokes.
From what?
From green, right?
While it's
Green
in the
can't
Is he
thing.
not
Yeah.
blind
Oh,
anymore?
yeah, it would provoke from green
Impossible.
monster. Yeah, because
Oh,
he's got
you're
10
right.
foot reach.
Can't
Yeah, they're
see.
both blind.
Oh, wait, no, he's
Never mind.
blind. That's
I
right.
forgot.
Demons in a maze.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why
okay,
I only
yeah.
thought about it because I took a 5 foot
Yeah.
step because I didn't
Yeah.
want to get very low. That makes sense.
Just remember, if anybody threatens the daemon, so if like it ends its square where we can AOO it or anything like that, it gets a save again against that. Yep.
All right.
And that will be his
That'll
turn.
bring us to Green. Green can't see. Green is going to keep flailing in the same place it was hitting before because it was working before. So it's gonna go for a bite. There is a 19 to hit. Do I need to bother with concealment? Probably not.
Against who?
Asher.
No.
It's just aiming at the same spot it was before. Gonna miss on the claw. Second claw is another 19.
Nope.
Wing, nat 20.
All right, concealment on that one.
Conceal do. Aiming for high. 51.
Oh man, you got it. Let's roll to confirm.
Confirm on the wing. That is a 25.
Yep. Wing crit.
Wing crit. 8 damage.
Ow.
And the final wing is a 23 to hit.
All right, concealment.
12 on the concealment.
Haha,
So
live
just the
forever.
one. It's gonna do a 5-foot float backwards because it's scared. It's a little scared. And Brixby.
You should be scared. And I'm gonna shoot an acid splash at the. Shoot an acid splash at the retreating green Velker. That is a 13 versus their flat-footed touch.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Right. Let's roll that big 1d3 acid damage. 3 acid and 17 sneak.
Alright, it had 1 HP left. Green is dead.
And that I think Brixby seeing the demon is going to take a 5-foot step to the west.
Alright.
Because of my negative level, he is only stuck doing this for 6 turns instead
So
of 7.
remind me, this demon, or Damon rather, what's he gotta do?
He has to. Let me read the full text of the to act as though it's wandering through a maze. While under the effects of the spell, the target can't make attacks or cast spells and must take at least one move action each round to walk in a random direction determined using the guidelines for missed splash weapons. Must move at its maximum speed during this required movement, though additional move actions after the first can be shorter. If it takes a target into a dangerous area, such as through a threatened square or off a ledge, they get a second saving throw to end the effect. Walking into a harmless obstacle, such as a wall, ends the target's
Alright.
movement.
Well, I will roll a d8 to see what direction this thing tries to move. 4, going clockwise. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. It tries to go to the southeast and can't. It stays put. Now Blue, who's just chilling, may have accidentally gotten skipped a couple times, is going to, oh, I can't see what it's doing, so it's gonna flail blindly. It's gonna do a perception check to try to figure if it even knows where Kira is.
Thankfully, the chainsaw's on silent mode.
I suppose the chainsaw makes it very easy to find Kira, though it doesn't even really need to, because it's got a intelligence rating of 6. So it's gonna swing at Kira. And a 17, do I need to bother with concealment?
Yes.
Miss.
Got that
Oh,
rage
Rage
AC.
AC.
17 again. 81 on the concealment.
It's not bad.
So it's blind. Does that just negate the need for blur, or is it 2 different sources?
No, it's
The
only
highest
the
level.
greatest.
I mean, I knew normally, but it wasn't like I don't know. I just want
You
here to
can't
live.
see that she's blurry. 4 damage. 27 on the wing.
Those
93.
wings.
That is 4 damage. And the final wing is a miss.
And you can roll a will save to see if you can see again. At the end of
Whoa.
your turn.
That's a terrible light.
How's a 9 sound?
Still blind.
Oh, I can see. It's glorious. Alright, Kira, you're up. You just inexplicably got winged by a blind smoke beast.
Yeah. Gonna try and wing it back, but with a chainsaw. That's a 29 on the first.
Yep.
So many ones. 27 points of damage.
Alright, still up. Not all go through, but you know the deal.
24 in the second.
That'll hit.
29 points of damage.
That is the end of blue.
Excellent. Asher, are you good?
Not at all. But hey, still kicking.
Maybe we should not boof into rooms we can't see. Sort of like Brixby's thing of not opening the door first.
Well, you know, boof me once, shame on me. Boof me twice. I don't know. I'm nearly dead.
You can't get boofed again.
Yeah.
So
You
I
aren't
guess
going
we're
to boof
still-
me again.
That
But-
horse thing is still there, I guess. Forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a few seconds to talk it over as the horse is wandering in its mind maze. We're still in initiative, but I'm in route to bed. Going to bed.
Night, Sam.
Good night, sir.
Get your
Don't let
kicks
the
in.
Belkers bite.
Oh, yeah, dang, Bacaloda.
That's really the Orin communication that I wanted between Brixby, who casts elemental speech.
Yeah, Sasake?
Against the machine. Against the machine.
Hot Against the Machine is property of Network Against the Machine LLC, all rights reserved. Pathfinder and the Iron Gods Adventure Path are property of Paizo Publishing. See their website for more details. Theme Against the Machine was written and performed by our own Zach. See the show notes for additional music and sound licensing. If you enjoyed the show, we encourage you to leave us a review.
Waveforms.
You're my waveforms.
Forms. Named after John Waveform, the discoverer
John
of
S.
the
waveform.
2, 3.
Yes,
Talking,
the S
talking,
stands
talking.
for sound.
John Sound waveforms.
Jan.
Yes.
Used to call them all
Sound.
Oh, yeah, of
Johnny
course,
S.
I forgot he was Swedish.
Shuh, shuh, shuh. Plosive, plosive, plosive.
Man. Sometimes we could just bloop.
It's true. Whole eps, oops, all bloops.
I barely have a magnifying glass.
Had some of our
Why do we
best.
have
I'm
a
excited
magnifying
for
glass?
our 200th episode. That's
Clip
just oops, all
episode.
bloops.
Why
It's
don't
the
we
clip
just split
episode,
the deal?
exactly. Dial it in.
Well, we couldn't contractually get more than half the cast here today, but we have. And Garrett. No, not Sam playing Garrett, but a guy named Garrett.
Brought him in special.
Found him.
Hey, Garrett.
Good. All right. 1, 2. Oh, wait.
I was just
I heard
making
somebody go.
noises.
Faking me out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The weakest clap, but it's still there. I see it. It's like somehow I missed any parts of my hands that would like make a lot of sound, and it was just like a.
It's a respectful clap.
Oh, like
it was
the
a feeble clap.
like the spongy high five that you give that you feel bad about
That's
giving,
all
and like the
fingers.
hands don't. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. It was the limp fish handshake of high fives.
Feels gross.
Spongy high five and limp fish handshake are the two monthly GooTube flavors we're sending out to our favorite Patreon subscribers.
Going on the list. Spongy high five.
Soon as the
Limp fish.
bastards at the
handshake.
FDA will let us do it.
Also, some of my favorite Smashing Pumpkins songs.
I just realized I didn't do the thing.
My dogs are freaking out. I need to.
He's gonna miss while Sam reveals what the J actually is. Go.
It actually is Junebug. Weirdly.
Fergus Junebug shout.
That's the best possible answer.
That was solid. I'm impressed. Quick thinking.
I mean, it was just right in the book.
Yeah, I mean, good job, Ron Lundeen, for putting it in there.